agenda, a public hearing, NOI file number 170-312 for 207 Russell Street, parking lot reconstruction. I think that's Chris, right? Berkshire Design we have here.
Yep, good evening, I'm here.
We did, myself, Ray, Kayla did a site visit. All the work that is proposed to be done is gonna be, far enough away from the wetlands, whereas redone with the delineation. Contractor will be informed of silt fence, silt protection and whatnot in order to make this go smoothly. Do we have anything else?
The thing on the visit that was of concern was just the catch basin that wasn't really functioning. So,
That was that, and then it was the actual, we're gonna talk to the about the loads,
Snow and salt.
salt and everything else like that, but other than that, the actual scope of work that they're looking to do there, definitely fits with what we wanna see. So. Were you able to contact, what their plan was for snow?
Yeah, so they are gonna utilize the front of the complex as much as they can, and then everything else will have to be trucked off, you know, if we have a winter like we had this winter.
Now, do we
And he's
wanna-
aware of that, and they, you know, there's gonna be railings around everything, so they will not be able to push the snow into the wetland. So they're going to have to push everything to the front.
did we want to, okay. And did we talk about the salt?
That's the other thing. So do we wanna make that
We could put
an exclusion saying that they're not allowed to salt in the back portion of that parking lot, or do we do the whole property? Just 'cause I know we did that in some other properties on Route 9, like where Harbor Freight, Speed Lewis is.
We let them salt one place and not the other?
I think we,
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
remember
we,
doing that.
I think
I think
we
we
told them
put
they
in the
couldn't
buffer
salt.
zone, no salt.
Yeah, not the whole area, right?
No, just
The
the
whole-
buffer, 100-foot buffer. Yeah. So I have a draft list of special conditions. Let me just share my screen. Alright. Okay, so general conditions, basically if any changes are made, then, we need to know. Pre-construction conditions, person shall be responsible for monitoring compliance with the order. Their name and contact information is to be provided to the Conservation Commission. Prior to any activity on site, pre-construction meeting shall be held. Before work begins, the catch basin and all stormwater structures shall be functioning as described in the plans. Conservation Commission shall receive at least 24 hours notice prior to start of construction. Copy of orders shall be kept on site and by all parties. Post-construction conditions. After the project is complete, you'll need to get a certificate of compliance. We'll need the request for certificate of compliance, letter from an environmental professional certifying compliance with the plans, and an as-built. And then in perpetuity, owners and managers shall follow operation and maintenance plan dated, and I didn't have the date for that. Chris, do you have the date of the most recent operation and maintenance plan?
Not off the top of my head. I can send that to you in an email if you want.
Right. So whatever the recent one is, and then no snow in the 35-foot no disturb. Snow trucked off site in the event of a large storm, and then no road salt in the 100-foot buffer.
Can I make one comment about the salt?
Yep.
Sure.
Which is, so in up to the 100-year storm, there is an infiltration system underneath the parking lot. So in some ways, it may actually be worse to be sanding a lot, because that could potentially, if it ever did bypass the hydrodynamic separator, it would get into the infiltration units and clog those. So everything should be infiltrating on the site. So I don't know if this is really the best application for that.
What the problem would be is that even if it is infiltrating and that system is working properly, you're still introducing salt water into the area of the wetlands. That's what our concern would be.
Okay.
It's not like it just disappears, so. That would be my only concern. I mean, we can talk about it. Just, I do know that we've enacted this with other properties along Route 9 in similar areas. And that's kind of what it had to be, so.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure we can, yeah, he can deal with it.
What do you think, Rick?
I'm just trying to think, at what point does the water discharge to the surface? I mean, you got that whole area with infiltrators in there, right?
Yeah, it's up to, I mean, I guess the point, so it does infiltrate up to the 100-year storm event. The point is valid that it may be carried in the groundwater and end up in the wetland. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully, some of the salt may absorb onto the soils and particulate in the soil in the ground before it reaches the wetland, but I don't know a lot about that, about how much salt would make
Right.
it through the groundwater and the soil to make it to the wetland. So
And I mean, usually when you're talking 100-year storm, you're not talking, you're talking during the summer. You're not talking during, when
Right.
there's no salt.
And I mean, the other end of this too is if you think about it, from the other side, it's, Sam's parking lot or Nashua. The town does that with salt. That's the same exact ditch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like how,
right,
where do we want to draw that line,
right.
We don't want it, the problem is, if there is salt in that lot and it's plowed up and it's left in piles, then that concentration of calcium is staying on that property. And that's what we don't want. Where if it was just a minimal amount, then that would be something else that we could talk about, but I just don't know the best way about that. And obviously there's a liability with the property
Yeah.
owner with,
I mean, just minimize the amount of salt that they're using, and that's what I would,
maybe.
But I mean, how do you-
Come up with something like that, saying, you can only salt it until the storm's completed, or,
right,
as needed, but a contractor's not necessarily gonna
no. You
abide
understand,
by that when they get paid by the, application, so.
Right.
They're gonna walk their butt too, because
Hey,
they
that's
ain't
the other
nothing
thing,
happen,
too.
so that's not
There's a
slippery,
lot of liability there.
right,
you know.
right, Chris, you understand what we're talking, I mean, what we're debating here.
I do.
Kind of-
Yeah, I guess my concern is if they are not using the salt, then they're gonna have more sand application. And then that's the thing that if it does bypass the separator, it's going to end up in the infiltration units, and then you really will be directly discharging to the wetland because the infiltration units will stop working.
How deep are the sumps in those catch basins?
So it does go through a treatment system as well that should function. So it shouldn't be a problem because that sand should be larger particles. But
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
The catch basins themselves, I mean, do you have a 2-foot sump, 4-foot sump?
it should be a 4-foot sump.
Yeah,
We didn't see it because it is at the moment clogged.
well, there was just construction fabric over.
Yeah,
it.
there was basically, they left the inlet protection in, so.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't confirmed, but it should be a regular 4-foot sump.
Okay, all right. Then I would say just sand, something, you're just gonna have to clean those out, every.
And that's
year,
it.
And
So,
Okay.
I think those catch basins are gonna catch most of it anyways.
yeah, they should. I mean, if we wanna just say that in the part of the plan, that
So what are we saying?
no salt will be used on
No
the
salt.
property, it's gonna have to be sand.
Yeah, well, we can only say it within the buffer zone. That's just our only.
Right.
Well, at that point though, I
Yeah,
don't think
I
they're
know, they're not
gonna
gonna-
split the parking lot in half.
But I'm gonna keep the language.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
So if that's something you're okay with, Chris, I think that's just how we're gonna have to move forward with it, and then obviously down the road, if we have to adjust it, reason we can, but I just think for now, that's probably the best thing to cover everyone, so.
Okay, yep, I mean, I'm sure, yep, he'll deal with it.
Yeah, okay,
Cool.
all right. Do we need a vote on this or anything?
So we need a motion to issue an order of conditions with the drafted special conditions.
I make a motion to issue an order of conditions with a special drafted. Second, order.
Looking for a second, seconded by Steve, all those in favor?
Like,
Aye,
Aye.
perfect.
pass that around.
Yeah.
Chris, do you want me to send the original to you?
Yes, please, that'd be great.
And will you just email me what address to send it to, if you have like a specific address or something?
I will, and also email you the date of the O and M plan. as well.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, great, thanks so much.
Thank you, Chris. All right, item 2, public hearing, NOI, file number 170-313, it's gonna be for South Maple Street, the Cook Farm Solar Project.
So they actually still have to talk to the planning board
About the
about the
screening.
screening.
Okay,
They're, I think, going to the planning board maybe at the next meeting, which is next week. So I recommend that we continue that to our May meeting.
sure. All right, so I'll be looking for a motion to continue, the NOI for South Maple Street Solar Farm to the next meeting in May.
I'll make a motion, we continue it till May.
Motion made by Steve, looking for a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, beautiful. Item 3, we're skipping over tonight. Okay, number 4, public, sorry, what?
Sorry. Okay, yeah, item 3, we're skipping
Yep.
over.
Public hearing, NOI, file number 170-303, that's gonna be for the property at 347 Russell Street, the proposed 7 Brew Coffee Grounds. We have you to speak to this?
Yes, yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm Raj Kumar with Seven Brew. I think this should be quick. I was expecting Tom Brady, the land use attorney, to be here, but just as a reminder, we've tried a few options last year for mitigation to be able to build on that site. Nothing quite met the criteria. We think we have a potential project now where there's a developer or a parcel across the street. I don't know if Kelly, you're able to pull it up. I sent it in your email, but
Yes.
it is, it includes the same perennial stream that comes in front of this
Mhm.
property. So we think that's probably the best option we're gonna have. They did have, a wetland scientist go to that area to delineate the wetlands. So we can come up with a plan that would be suitable for mitigation, so we know what's there and what sort of work we could do. So that's what we're in the process of basically developing.
Okay.
The delineation's been complete. Now we have to sort of figure out what exactly that mitigation will be and where that specific area of 22,000 square feet would be. That's the major update here, and hopefully next meeting we can
Okay.
do more.
All right, so here's the image. that was sent.
See what she can pull up here.
Excuse me, this is Barry Roberts' property.
Yep.
Near where he's doing the solar field. I can't zoom in. Okay, I can't zoom in, so that'll have to be it.
Was that North Maple on the right?
Yes,
They probably right in the Rocky Hills. the-
Oh, okay, yeah. yeah.
Yes, this is the area where that solar is going. I think this field.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you
then,
can see the perennial stream all the way on the kind of the right side of that. And it would be more in that area where the mitigation would be.
so, okay, this is the stream that crosses Russell Street.
Yes.
Okay, wait, there was another one that you sent too, the massive
Yeah.
effort.
It's just maybe a little bit more zoomed out image.
Yeah, you got one on
we
the
know
left
that-
side, you
yeah.
got one on the right
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
yeah.
Other side of Home Depot, all these are in the, it's a Homewood Estates where the hotel right there. And it basically dumps out directly in front of. It'd
Chipotle.
be, yeah, Midas, Chipotle, that whole area right there, so.
Yeah, so it'll be
Okay.
zoomed out so you can see, follow.
So you're the parcel with the star, obviously.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all is connected.
Couldn't get any better. Perfect.
So that's, we'll have more, if we can please continue, next meeting, and we'll have
Sure.
Tom Rady and, the wetland scientist be able to kind of give the information you requested.
Yeah, because I had asked, like, what's the actual, what is proposed for mitigation? Are they gonna do like plantings, removing invasives, that sort of thing? And then Steve Roberti from Goddard did the wetland delineation. Or did he did it already?
He did,
Okay, he did.
completed it, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have that yet, but
We would just need to also make double sure that the project that is going on with Barry Roberts is gonna be.
I
This
think-
is gonna mesh.
so
you know.
because Tom Reed is the attorney for that project too. So I'm assuming that.
Yeah, as long as like,
I
you know, is, you know, we say, all right, there's gonna be 22,000 square feet going back over to this property, and then 2 weeks later, you know, they have a change order on their project,
Right.
and they take that all out, and it's like, what did we just do here kind of thing, you know, so.
Yeah, and then I guess I just I mean, it's been a while since we've seen the project, so we'd probably wanna see, the calculations again for the 22,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess we would need like a narrative or justification for how that mitigation area will offset the impact to the
Yeah.
Severn Brew site.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
what we'll need.
Seems good.
But other than that, does anybody have any like comments or questions?
I think that's
before we
awesome.
Move forward.
I think,
Because honestly, if you look at the, like the south side of Route 9 where the project's proposed, there's really nothing there for wetlands. So I mean, I understand you're taking some of it out, but you're protecting a bigger piece of that actual ecosystem
Well, I
to
think
the
also,
north, which is
yeah.
better. But-
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking before about being, we were talking about just being happy we were in the Mill Valley.
Right,
River-
instead of, proposing a project a mile
You know,
down the
this-
road in
this is
another
great.
town, this is awesome. This is,
Yeah.
it's actually tangible for the project, so.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Hopefully we can get you moving on it.
That's,
You know? Cool.
Great, so should we continue this to May?
Yeah, we'll make a motion to continue this to May. I'll be looking for that.
Make a motion to continue this article till next meeting in May.
second,
Seconded by Steve. All those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, item 5,
See you next month.
we have a request for, an RDA for 89 Hockenham Road.
So this was, if you remember, from a
The trailer?
long time ago, yes. So we just need to get rid of it.
Is
We
it
had
still
to
there?
wait for 2 years. I don't know, but I haven't.
I
heard
didn't
anything.
right by here.
Do we
I
have
went
to
by there
continue it
like last
again? or-
week, but I was
We
I
can't
didn't pay attention.
continue it again because it's been 2 years, so it's no longer active.
So
She went.
how do we get rid of this?
We need to vote to take no action on the RDA due to lack of information.
I make a motion to take a vote
Take no
to
action.
take no action and eliminate this from our agenda.
All right, well,
Second,
seconded by Steve. All those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Take a ride by there.
we even hooked him up with, what's his name, to throw it out, remember?
Where is this? 89.
Kind of by, I don't want to say Stumpy's, but right
It
there.
was, Kenny Nadeau,
They needs works, yeah. Steve Schmer side of the road in Hockenham.
2 years ago. All right,
Anyways, all right. so
Okay,
that's-
all right, it's done.
We need a sign off on that? Okay,
the vote is fine.
all right, so now we have another RDA for applicability. That's gonna be for 5 Algonquin Drive. It's a culvert slip line project that the town of Hadley DPW was proposed to do.
So I went out with Scott McCarthy, the DPW director, and basically it's two 24-inch concrete culverts and they kind of split at the joints. So they want to slip line them with 2 plastic 20-inch pipes. And I have photos if anybody wants to see. Actually, I don't know if I have photos.
I took a ride by there. I saw,
You- okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did speak with Scott last week regarding this. Obviously, the way that this week went with the schedule of our meetings kind of messed things up.
Yeah.
They did have a contractor lined up for the work to be done tomorrow. But he was told to schedule that back.
Yeah.
With that being said, I do want to talk briefly about, these emergency permits going on. I understand the one that we did on Moody Bridge Road was a little bit more, severe and larger scale project than this one will be. I think going forward in the future, we just need to make sure that Scott's on the same page with us as far as what is happening as far as scheduling, and
Why, did this come in as an emergency?
this initially was, I think, is what,
Well, he wanted, but the sinkholes, I mean, the Moody Bridge Road one, he said the sinkholes were getting worse and they would fill it and then they'd come back.
right.
Well, that's,
So, and that's a
Okay,
big,
The main.
that's a
thoroughfare.
safety.
Yeah.
This is kinda-
this one is like, I mean, he like filled a sinkhole and it kind of didn't really move, so it wasn't urgent.
Okay,
I think
Yeah,
his,
absolutely.
his rush was more of the timing of the contractor. It wasn't so much like we need.
And that is something I said too, is that it's, obviously this week got shifted around with the meetings and whatnot, but until that is actually approved, I did kind of relay to him that he shouldn't be scheduling the work until
right,
everything is done, just because that's a sensitive area.
Mhm.
Plus, if something was to happen, our commission would be accountable, the DPW would be accountable, the town doesn't need that. We're just gonna make sure going forward that all ducks are in a row before any of this stuff is, carried out, so.
this is technically a walking trail. Not a road. They closed the road, so why are we even messing with it? It's just.
Wait,
No,
no.
no, it's not done.
Oh,
The Moody
how do we
Bridge
go
one
there?
is
Moody Bridge one was-
here, Summers.
The
It's
east
like-
side,
I was wondering where you guys were.
Towards-
No, 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 we're
Sorry,
still
talk-
on Albert.
Okay,
Yeah.
then why are you
We're
talking about Moody
talking kind
Bridge?
of general.
they did do an emergency slip line there, a few weeks back.
All right,
This is on the Amherst side of Moody Bridge,
okay,
towards,
not the one that, all
Gordon's pasture. No, not the dirt road.
Okay.
No.
No.
right, let's stay on one subject.
Okay, all right.
We're trying, but you're bombing us all over the place.
All right, so we're good with that. Yeah, going forward, he's just gonna have to schedule things with us to make sure everything is in line before contractors are notified and work is scheduled, so.
So now what we need to do is, what I recommend is we issue a -2 and 6 determination, which would be, if we're approving the work, would be the work described in the request is within an area subject to jurisdiction under the act, but will not remove, fill, dredge, or alter that area. Therefore, said work does not require filing of a notice of intent, and then -6 would be that the bylaw doesn't apply.
I think we're fine with that.
And I think we could put special conditions, just to notify us when the work is complete, unless somebody has any other suggestions.
What are you sizing up?
Oh, I'm just thinking capacity of the
Oh,
pipe.
yeah. It doesn't get much flow there.
It's very intermediate.
Is it?
It's,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
it's a double barrel too, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all those were like done like that when they built all those developments
right,
through all there, so.
yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
So what do we do?
We need a
Um,
motion to accept it as a.
To issue a -2 and 6 determination.
So I'll be looking for that
Make a
motion.
motion to accept this project as a -2 and -6 determination.
Motion made by Ray, looking for a second.
Second.
Seconded by Steve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
beautiful.
All right, so let me pass this around to sign.
Okay. Is all the other stuff out there straightened out now too, or
What stuff? Oh, yeah.
that's all?
Yeah, well, that's another reason we need to be very careful about this.
Right.
Area.
All right, so while we're signing that, we can get on to item 7, the emergency certification. That is for the Moody Bridge Road culvert. And we just need to sign off.
Yeah,
on
we
that.
just need to, so we need a
Okay, so-
motion to ratify. I signed it. This work was done a few weeks ago.
Probably
Maybe
a month from now,
March?
maybe, yeah.
But we just need to ratify it. So looking for a motion for that, I guess. Sorry, taking your job.
No, you're good. We got a motion to accept that ratification. Maybe from Ray.
Oh, so moved.
Second.
Motion made by Ray, seconded by Steve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're kind of ready.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, do we have anyone here for public comment?
Does not look like it.
The hard no.
You're doing a great job.
You're the backbone of this operation, man. All right, other business. Conservation agent update, what we got?
Okay, so if you remember the MVP grant that we got for the culvert assessments.
Yeah.
With, 4 other towns in the Fort River watershed, so, I mentioned that we have a community liaison, Melissa Langley. And, Melissa, myself, and, Liam from PVPC scheduled a public information session, which is required by the grant, so on, I think it's a Thursday, May 28th at 6 p.m. There will be a public information session about the project at the senior center. So please come if you can. It will be very exciting and dinner will be served.
Wow.
Gotta sign that one still.
What is that?
6 p.m. on May 28th.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Thursday
Thursday?
and this is very local.
Oh, it's right here.
Serving pierogi?
I don't know what we'll be serving.
I'll be there.
PVPC
be there?
is handling all of that, so,
So it's here.
mhm, yeah.
Cool. And then we did discuss, increasing the,
Wait, did we get to bills yet or?
that's
Not
next.
yet.
Oh, that's.
You wanna
next.
do bills first?
No, let's do discussion.
Increasing the commission size to 7 members. We're not worried about quorums for these meetings with tax and fees, obviously. We don't want to keep this held up anywhere.
We get a hard enough time getting 5.
Well, so my,
What about alternates? I mean, we.
That's-
had
that's
alternates.
what I-
But then
I think-
then they can't
I mean,
vote.
so the thing is, I don't know how we could do that within the provisions of what are like the state statutes of conservation commissions. Like I talked to the town clerk and it seemed like you can have alternates, but they won't be able to be voting members, which kind of defeats the purpose,
Right.
at least for us, because we need people to vote. So if we increase the number to 7, a quorum is 4. So you're increasing quorum by 1, because right now quorum is 3, but you're adding 2 members. So it becomes a little easier to make quorum. It's not,
Or it could be harder.
or it, depending on who you get, you know what I mean?
No, exactly, without saying that, I get it.
I think we ought to stay with 5, but we need to get to 5 at the meetings. One way or the other.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
if-
it's,
yeah,
That's it. You know, if we have 5 that show up, then we don't need to.
this isn't a question that's getting brought up. Given the circumstances that's happened this year, it's
Well, I get
it's tough.
right,
I get that, but
right. But the alternates are kind of,
It really wouldn't
It-
provide us any benefit then if they're gonna be non-voting
right,
bodies, you know?
exactly.
Well, something to consider. We don't have to make any decisions tonight, and if we do decide, it still has to be a vote by the select board, because this.
Well, like, so
ultimately, they're gonna be.
a question that I have though, so say we do get alternates, say we get 2 other guys that, you know, are available to show up throughout meetings throughout the year. With that being said, with alternates, would that provide a quorum to have the meeting? We would just have to vote on the items at hand afterwards, and we could say it was recommended by all. I don't need, I think that would just get too messy, because then you're gonna have people running around doing signatures and everything else, and it's gonna be.
No, like you said,
We just need the 5 to be
5
here.
people and,
gotta show up.
So then how do we make that happen?
Well,
well, I could have called, made a phone call today, and maybe Gordon would have showed up. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
well, I know, but. He wasn't sure if he could come yesterday though either, too, depending on what he had going on, so it's just,
Right, right. No, it's a busy time of year.
it's tough, I mean, it's tough for everyone, but it's,
right,
you know, we gotta do something, and. He said if we have, you know, pressing business that needs to get done, and we have contractors and projects waiting, and we have to say, hey, it's gonna be another month,
Yeah,
or
we
can
can't do that.
you guys all come back in 2 weeks for another meeting?
no.
You know, that's a lot for not only them, but for Kayla. As it was this week was a stretch, and I still don't feel great about the fact that you're missing your pierogies right now.
Only meet well.
Oh, that's what it was?
You don't get there next week.
Oh.
Thursday, right?
Wednesday or Thursday, yeah.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
Anyways, all right, so we'll just keep that in the back of your minds. I mean, I don't think we really want to push anyone out, but I think we need to get all of us on the same page to say that, you know, we're doing this, we're doing it.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's, I don't know, do we have
No,
any,
it's tough.
I mean, do we have anything saying if you miss X amount of meetings, you gotta,
not
there's
really.
really nothing written in that?
I don't know.
Which I don't
about-
really know what's to enforce that either.
Yeah.
Because it's not-
certain. But I thought, this was a while ago.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We used to have stuff like that in the fire department, and it's,
Yeah,
at that point, it's just kind of pushes people out, and it's not,
Right.
you know, everyone's here for the same reason, we should all be on the same page,
Yeah.
but. All right, well,
But I think just going forward, like if you can't make a meeting, when you let me know ahead of time, that's
Right.
ideal, so that
Right.
you don't show up and then have to just go home, or people come out from wherever.
right.
Yeah, so I mean, even if we can't make quorum, it's better to know ahead of time that we're not gonna be able to make quorum, so just having that communication
Right.
is very important. All right, so let's keep that on the back burner for now, something to think about. We don't have to make any decisions now or anytime. We'll see how the next few months go, especially because it's kind of a busy time of year. And then, if we feel like we need to do something about it, we'll take it up when we need to.
You can call everybody on Sunday night.
I call you old guys a lot.
I know you can.
all right, bills, what do we got for bills?
You know, what I need to do is set you all up with reminders on the phone. I gotta get Gordon's flip phone to put reminders for him.
Just flip phone?
Yes.
Can you do that?
Start a fire instead of smoke signal, probably see that first, so.
Oh, boy. Okay, anyway, bills. I have two bills. One is for, let me get them. One is for $20 to renew our subscription to the MACC Electronic Handbook, which is basically just like the Bible for conservation commissions. It's where I answer a lot of the questions that I have. And it's $20 for an annual subscription.
You need a vote on this?
Do we have the money for
Well,
it?
actually,
Well, that's another question, that's, yeah.
pay all the bills at once. My other bill is for a legal notice that I had made a mistake on, so I offered that we would cover the cost, because we do have a legal notice budget that we share with the planning board, for $250.70.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
And that's honestly on the cheaper end for a legal notice. Some of them are running 300 and up. Which this, you have to, this,
No, we're
you need
good.
to post a legal notice for an RDA. I'm just, for context, every
300.
person who files an RDA has to post a legal notice. So this is the cost of that legal notice.
It's $300.
Yeah. Just, And then- okay. So
We need a vote on that.
let's vote to pay both of those bills.
I
Looking
make a
for a
motion,
motion.
so I make a motion to pay both the bills, as laid out by Kayla.
Second by
Steve,
all those in favor.
I,
Beautiful.
All right.
And then the meeting minutes, I looked through them on the email. You guys need to see them or go through
I took a look at them.
Yeah.
I'm good. I haven't seen them
I'm
yet.
not seeing them. Let's, okay, well, we don't need all of this.
I'm not good at sped reading those.
All right, we'll just sit here and look at each other. Okay. That's another one. Those are both received.
You read through all these. We're good.
them. I saw them on the email. You check the email?
I don't get these.
Get the special email that I sent him without the minutes.
Obviously, I can't read through all these. Oh, what's happened?
There was no, I didn't see any red flags.
Yeah.
No. What is it? I make a motion to accept the
Minutes for the meeting?
minutes of the meeting of
February, March.
February, March Conservation Commission meetings.
Second.
Seconded by Steve. All those in favor?
Night.
Aye.
Aye.
Beautiful.
Anything else?
Just while we got Steve here, we just, actually, no.
Can we adjourn?
Let's adjourn. All right, I'll be looking for an adjournment motion.
Taking a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Steve.
Second.
Seconded by Ray. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.